All right, so you might be wondering how we got here, or I should say why we got here. And reason being is after I found the scoring in the oil pump, it was obvious that clearly some type of metal had gone through the oil pump gear and done some damage. So I started to investigate. I started pulling off the caps, the main caps on the bottom with the crankshaft to check the journals and see how things were wearing. And there was some wear there, which I'll throw some pictures up on the screen, so you can see that it's clearly seen some heat and seen some wear. But from everything that I'm able to gather, from my own knowledge and from other people, that's pretty standard for 12,000 track miles. So not too bad, and 20,000 total miles on this engine. So then after we investigated down there on the bottom end of the rotating assembly and realized that, things are definitely a little worn, but nothing out of the ordinary, I decided to, or someone reminded me to go check the oil pan. The oil pan on the GT350 is really hard to get access to because of all the baffling. So what I did is I stuck a magnet in the bottom of it and started fishing around. Well, lo and behold, I found a piece of metal. I'm not confident this is the one that went through and did the damage, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was related. Either way, it's not good. So if you look here at this tiny little piece of metal, and if you're saying, that looks like part of a valve spring, you would be right. So coming over to the heads now. So I found all this before I ripped everything apart, but after I found this, I started looking around, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to show you this with the with this camera, but if you look right here, there's a chip where you can clearly see the coloring on the end of this spring is different. So if you look here, I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to focus on this, but if you look, you can see that this is a silvery color on the end, and if I flip it, it's the same color as the rest. So clearly that's an indicator that that's what it looks like when it's broken. And cylinder number 6 exhaust valve right there broke. All right, so a quick look at the bearings. Here are the bearings from one of the main caps. As you can see, there's a little bit of wear in there. This is what I was mentioning about. Clearly there's been a little bit of heat. So the crank looks pretty good. I've pulled off every single one of these caps and they all look similar, so happy there. The only thing is there is a tiny bit of, I shouldn't say tiny bit, there's a little bit of scoring here. As you can see where the metal went through the oil pump, this is right where the oil pump connects. So I think when our debris went through the oil pump, it caused some scoring right around there. And then if we look at the connecting rod here, you can see that just like the cap, and you can see for the connecting rods we're in a similar situation where decent amount of wear and tear and scoring on the back, some from the movement here, but the crankshaft itself looks pretty good. So everything that I'm able to gather, this is pretty standard wear and tear given the engine's use and life and all that kind of stuff. But definitely if we're already in here and we're already doing the work, you definitely want to replace it. So plan is to replace all these. All right, so everything is now apart. The engine could come apart a little bit, or I should say, there's a little bit left to pull off the block, but not really. Everything's pretty well opened up at this point. So, man, if you would have told me this is where, at the beginning of this project, this is where we were going to end up, I probably would have slapped you in the face. So anyways, as you can see here, here's a good look at the bearings and the journals and all that good stuff. The wear and tear is pretty consistent throughout all of them. Some hashing, or hashing still left over. Clearly it has seen some heat and some polishing. These are really soft, so that's to be expected. I think, honestly, everything with the crank and connecting rods looks really, really good. Let me grab a rag real quick. But yeah, everything looks pretty good considering the heavy, heavy use this car has seen on track. For 30 plus days on 30 plus track days, which we estimated to be probably north of 75 hours of heavy track use. Pretty happy with how this engine is wearing. All right, so in here are the cylinder bores. Everything looks relatively good. I'll see if I can get the lighting. As you can see, I do have some scoring. I believe this is from cylinder slap, or cylinder slap, piston slapping, which will make sense here when I show you the pistons. But generally speaking, everything looks pretty good to my eyes. I'm not getting any reaction from my fingernail. There's no scraping sounds or anything. Sorry, there we go. There are no scraping sounds when I rub my fingernails over this, as you can not hear. And if you look in this one, this one shows it pretty good. So, and this is the one that has the scoring the worst. And you can you can feel it with your fingers, but I mean barely. Like really, really, really barely. And it doesn't make any noise with your fingernails. So really, really barely. So really, I think the block's in pretty damn good shape. All right, and then as far as the pistons themselves, they're also in pretty good shape. I'm gonna put you down and do my best to show you things. But so here's number 8, for example. You can see some wear here on the edge of it. Sorry, there we go. Where clearly it's been rubbing on the side of the cylinder. That's what I was saying. This is, to me, pretty clearly piston slap. Here's another example. Okay, hold on. Let me get you the best lighting I can. There we go. Things look pretty good. And then if we just recap the crank here, the crank looks good. Everything's fairly polished still. There are a couple areas that have some very light grooving, so those will probably get polished. But I mean, things look pretty good. And then I noticed on the camshafts here, as I took those out and I was cleaning them up a little bit last night. Hold on, give me a sec to. All right, so you can see here that we got a little bit of scoring. I'd say the biggest is going to be here on this is cylinder 3 right here. So we got some decent scoring on cylinder 3, and then a little bit back here on the intake side for number 8. But it's fairly routine, nothing surprising. So we'll clean this up, probably reuse these as well. Hey guys, that's it for the investigation and the teardown of this engine. I look forward to the discussion. If you have any comments, please add them here on the YouTube video or over on Mustang 6G. I look forward to the conversation. But right now the plan is to get those heads off to RGR. They actually got shipped out yesterday, so they're getting titanium valves on the exhaust valves, some stiffer springs, and some head work done, and some other bits and pieces to build a more robust drivetrain, and then allow things to flow a little bit better and hopefully get some improvements. But the reality is things are really focused on reliability for me. So then, as you can see with the cylinder walls and the crank and the bearings and things look like they've worn pretty well for the 70 plus track hours this car has seen at high RPM at full abuse. So I'm pretty happy with the way things are wearing. I wish I didn't have to be into it this early, but unfortunately due to the oil pump chip and things like that, it made a necessity. So what would you do if you were going forward, keeping in mind that I'm not trying to pump a ton of power into this thing? Honestly, I just want reliability. If that reliability comes along with a performance improvement, I'm all ears. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Look forward to your guys' comments. If you have any questions or want a deeper dive, pictures or anything like that, please let me know. I'll have the engine apart for probably about another 4 weeks from the posting of this video while I wait for the heads to come back from RGR. So look forward to hearing from you guys. Let me know.